Ahead on the Green Update, I'm going to be talking to a bride-to-be and have some tips on how you can have an eco-friendly wedding.
And now, Newswatch at 5:30 continues.
Cathy, do you hear something?
No, Matt, do you?
I do. I hear wedding bells.
Oh, wedding bells.
They're coming up for you fairly soon, aren't they?
Yes, they are. It's a very exciting time.
We are at Something Blue Bridal Boutique here in Peterborough, and I'm joined with Cathy Mitchell, who's getting married very soon. Cathy is having a green wedding. Cathy, what are some of the things you're doing?
Well, Matt, there's several things you can do to kind of have a green event and a green wedding, and there's 4 major tips that I would think about if you're going to have your own sustainable or green wedding. The first thing is the guest list. A small guest list means less glassware, less food, less impact overall.
Less expense.
Yes, key point. Thanks, Matt. And the second thing to consider is location. Try to have and choose a place that the majority of the guests live close to. And also consider having your reception at the same place as you have your ceremony, so there's less of a traveling footprint.
Exactly. Probably close to public transit and everything would be good too.
Good point. Very, very accessible is the best way to be, yeah.
Now, what are some of the other tips you have to offer for maybe some brides out there that are having weddings coming up in the next few weeks?
Well, once you have your guest list and you know where you're inviting them to, the next most important thing is the dress. One great idea to have a more sustainable wedding is to get a previously worn and loved wedding dress, or to get something that's sold off. And this bridal boutique in particular sells consignment dresses, so you can resell it when you're done and get a dress that was gently used. And you can also find a local charity to donate your dress to afterwards. There's several around that will take donation.
Exactly.
There are many other things you can do. As far as invitations, they come in all kinds of sustainable papers or no paper cards and invitations and thank yous.
Yours arrived in my inbox.
That's right, because I did an email invite, and we had a website to tell guests all about RSVPs and where to find everything, so we could add a lot more information without adding more waste. So it was a great way for us to get the message out and share pictures with everybody who's spread all over.
Now, what about food and decor and that sort of thing?
Right. Finding a caterer that does local, organic, sustainable is a great idea. Even in January, it is possible. And if you can't find a caterer that offers that, talk to the caterer that you love, because often if you talk to your florist, if you talk to your caterer and ask them about sustainable local products and that's what you want, they will make it available for you. Most are offering it these days, so it's just about asking the right questions. Even with your giveaways and your little gifts for guests, to think local, sustainable, fair trade, that's the key.
Now, Talia is joining us now. Talia had a chance to try on some dresses, and she's going to talk about carbon footprints, and there's also, you can reduce those in weddings and other events too.
Yeah, carbon footprint is a great thing to keep in mind when you're planning your wedding. And there's a local carbon calculator, Peterborough Zero Footprint, and you can log on and find out some information on local Peterborough things. And there's a new initiative called My Zero World, which has news, events, and a blog as well. You can use that to calculate your carbon footprint for a wedding.
So we can just log right on to the internet with that?
Yeah, that's right.
All right, guys, it was good to talk to you, and I think I found this gift here that I'm going to give to Cathy. Bridezilla. What do you think?
That's very fitting, Matt. Thank you. Thank you for that. I think the groom will be quite happy.
I knew you'd appreciate that. Well, thank you both for talking to me today, and we'll see you again next week on the Green Update.
The Green Update is brought to you by Peterborough Moves. You'll never feel cold if you're walking and moving. If you have any questions about today's episode of the Green Update, call Peterborough Green Up at 745-3238.